you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'll never know. Never Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burned full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling sacrifice, a final plea to her kin. Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind. Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught alone, lying empty, ablaze in the must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss. Tell me why create a circle none can break? Why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'll never know. Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her kin. Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind. Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught alone. Lying empty,
This song has been playing non-stop in the last week. I definitely know it's gonna end up in my rap for 2025. Most definitely. Whoa. Hi everyone. How y'all doing? I think I gotta stop that orchestrion. Give me a second. What a fucking beautiful song. What an amazing song. So I finished Heavensward. I actually finished Heavensward last week with everything that entails it. So all the post patches, 3.6 and all that, it's done. We're finished. I'm planning to do a wrap up, summary, review, whatever. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I don't know what the format is going to be. This is going to be a first for me. Usually I just stream stuff. But yeah, let's see how that works out. But nonetheless, so I'm busy tomorrow. I usually do my streams on Fridays to welcome the weekend and all that. And I really like that. But I have an appointment. It's Friday night. A friend is coming over to the city. So I had to reschedule. And I decided I still wanted to do the stream. And so we're doing it today. I don't know if anybody's going to be joining. If not, that's fine. But I really want to get started into Stormblood and get some first impressions on what's going to happen here. I know that most people are going to be busy with the Dawn Trail patch that has been rolled out on Tuesday, right? So getting into duties right now is a little bit more time consuming than it normally is, because the wait time's a little bit longer. That's going to normalize. Oh my God, I locked in the cat. He's really unhappy about that. I locked in the cat. I closed the office door, and now the poor little cat who was sleeping on my desk, she can't. Give me a second. Give me a sec. Poor little kitty. Had to let her out. As much as I like closing doors, you know who hates closing doors? Cats. Yeah. They don't appreciate that shit too much. So, yeah. Stormblood. I don't know. I heard some, I don't want to say bad things. I think most people agree that it's the weakest expansion in the line, right? With the others being Heavensward, Endwalker, Shadowbringer, and people are on the fence about Dawn Trail. But most of the people I've spoken to said that Stormblood is supposed to be the weakest expansion. And I heard other people saying, well, I actually quite liked it. I know it's going to introduce land in the East, and it's going to be Japanese flavored, because I've, of course, seen the housing district that comes with this expansion. So I know that. But I'm still super interested to see what that means for the story, right? We've already established that apparently a creature was created, icon-like creature with the two eyes of Nidhogg that apparently called Shinryu, I think. Dragon-like, Bahamut-like creature. So I'm interested to see what happens in Storm. Like there's this, we've got the setup for a great military conflict and war. Is that going to be part of the story? We have the primals, of course. They're not called icons. They're primals here, of course. But what else, right? I mean, to be honest, Heavensward was a lot about sacrifice, people sacrificing themselves. There were like great themes in there. Bit heavy-handed, a lot of tragedy and stuff. So I'd be interested to see whether they change that up for Storm, right? How much they're going to change, what the themes are going to be. And I also would like to see, or see some more development in terms of NPC development, right? This was, I think Heavensward was super interesting for the development of some NPCs, like Estinian, of course, right? I'm not going to say Horshfant because rest in power, man. Estinian, Alize came back super strong. I actually loved her return, right? I think she developed very well as a character. Give us a second here. What does the Wandering Minstrel want from us? Might you perchance be able to shed some light on a most remarkable rumor that has reached mine ears? That of a time-straddling hero who did rescue the gobby flock of Idleshire from a future most dire. That was, in fact, me, Mr. Wandering Minstrel. I did all those things. But the 12 smile upon me today. 'Tis a stirring tale indeed, and one made more affecting by the unadorned manner in which you tell it. Struggle for the future so grand as to span the boundaries of time and space. Would that I had been there to witness it with my own eyes. I must say, mine interest was especially piqued by the part about turning back time. If I understand correctly, had you triumphed over the giant only for the goblins to reverse the flow of time, thereby compelling you to do battle over and over again, the primal's power would have grown to nigh infinite proportions. But we must all thank the 12 that you and your companions were able to break this vicious cycle. As a performer, I must confess to some curiosity over how the final battle with such a foe might unfold. Not that I want that for inspiration, of course. Your tale is more than sufficient. Why, even now, my muse stirs with me. Hearken unto her song. I'm not going to sing, folks. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. You will forgive me if I took certain liberties in my retelling of your tale. My audience are a demanding lot, and they have come to expect a certain grandeur from my work. Mine only regret is that I was not able to weave every remarkable detail of this most improbable adventure of yours into my humble composition. Of particular interest to me was the recurring theme of desires and dreams and the power they may come to hold. That's valid. That's an interesting point. I've never... That's an interesting point about the Alexander... about the Alexander quest line, right? There's this wacky time traveling story with the kobolds. Sorry, not kobolds. With the gobbies and all that, right? But there's this overarching theme of the goblin leader and his dream of restoring order, and the dream and the power this dream holds for the guy that was killed, right? Her boyfriend, basically, right? Our NPC's boyfriend. Though I possess no ancient relic to grant form to one's wishes, might it not be said that music has a similar power, albeit in a more intangible sense? Okay. So I accepted the quest, but we're not going to do it. What quest is this? Oh, I just need to... Who lives, who dies, who retells your story? These localization puns are so good. Whoever does these translations for the game is an absolute freaking genius. I love it. I absolutely love them. Oh, I instantly have a Hamilton song in my head, of course. Yeah. So, character development. Of course, we have Lyse, who's probably going to play a big role in Stormblood. I'm excited to see Or
Ready, my friend?
about her. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Where are we gonna go?
Well then, Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Yes.
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's Told stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
Zetsu and Yugiri.
I know how
Okay.
you feel.
I gotta remember those names.
It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
All right. I was a bit disappointed by Gozetsu last time because he felt a bit like a comedic relief character, right? So I'd be interested to see where they're going with him. But for now, I'll accept him. That's fine. Trial, Alize, currently my absolute favorite of the Scions. I absolutely love them. I love their new outfits, to be honest. And I really want to see in which direction they take Alize with her development in the end of Heavensward. That's going to be interesting for me. Alphino, I don't know. Is there people who stan Alphino? I knew I'd forgotten something important. Outfit time, right? It's glow up time. Oh yeah. Is that all Tataru does now? Is that her job? Basically provide everybody with flashy new outfits that we can buy in the shop? Yeah. There you go. That looks pretty darn cool though, right? That looks pretty darn cool. Yeah. I love the sleeves of bullshit vibe, right? Of the leather vest. I really can see that. Yeah. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I might have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as a preeminent seamstress. I mean, I'm not sure these greaves and the boots are really fitting for a martial artist, but the vest is definitely dope. Definitely dope. Girabania. First stop will be the Amaryssae Spire and the East Shroud. Well, then let's go there, right? Also, I spoiled myself like a teeny tiny bit because one thing I was wondering, right? One thing I was wondering was I thought that every Scion, every NPC Scion had a Final Fantasy specific class, right? Class that could be found in Final Fantasy XIV. And then Heavensward kind of made me wonder. Somebody referred to what's his name? I'm terrible with names. The roguish guy, right? As a warrior, and then Urianger's class kind of wasn't clear, and I always thought that Lyse was a summoner, but then she kind of summoned that sword in the final battle, and I was wondering whether there was a canon to that, and whether I was wrong about them just having clear Final Fantasy classes, and turns out that's not the case, at least not as far as Heavensward is concerned. And they also seem to change classes with, I don't want to say with every expansion, but as new classes and expansions get introduced, which I find super interesting, right? So I got spoiled a little bit about Lyse's development in Stormblood, which isn't too bad, I think. But I'd be also interested to see how this all works out for the NPC character development, right? Because obviously they leaned more into the Scions as supporting NPCs and also as supporting NPCs in terms of supporting unit duty. So I'd be interested to see how that works in Stormblood. Maybe I'm going to do some single duties, not single duties, but basically duty support to see how the duties work with the NPCs. That might be interesting. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed to Girabania. I can do that. Hello, Serpent Officer. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yeah, man, let's go. Come on. Let's go to the wall. Look at us traveling.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow Scions, the warrior of light among us.
Wait, is Lyse gonna be the narrator for Stormblood?
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Oh, there we go. All right. There it is. Stormblood feels very, like, primal, very martial, right? Who's that buddy? Oh, that's the White Mage's quest, right? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, I'm not gonna do the White Mage's quest. For now, we can attune to the Aetheryte. Right? Okay. General Raban, what's your plan? We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and the patrols, we've had barely any contact with them. But we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Balsa's wall wasn't enough. Hilbert summoned a primal right on their doorstep. And Garlemald is not like let such shows of defiance go unanswered. Okay. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Hilbert's to make. And now we are bound by it. For weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Of all the Castra in the world, you walk into mine. Yes, Master Garland, we've been looking for you. Desperately. A certain missing Allagan weapon and Draconic Primal, Omega and Shinryu. Shinryu is what it's called. I think the Shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. Then it is like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis system. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming, we should hurry up and find it regardless. Okay. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Girabania, we'll need their blessing. Well, then let's not waste any more time talking. Oh look, I completed the quest. I'm not sure I'm warming up to that Jingalong. It's gonna be fine. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Walga's Reach, an old temple to the east of you, across the Velodina River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Alright. You know what? Give me a second here. Chew. Let's quickly... Ah, no, come on. You know what? I'm gonna do that another time. We're just gonna continue with a little scholar boy and do the White Mage quest at another point in time. By the way, I also wanted to level Paladin. I haven't done yet that, honestly, to the extent that I could pick up the MSQs for Stormblood with Paladin. But I hope that we're going to get there. So currently we are at level 50 with Paladin, which is the highest level of any non-healer class that I've leveled up from level 1, technically. So I think the remaining 10 levels we can manage in the next couple of days, and then we'll probably rotate between Paladin, White Mage, and Scholar to ensure that we don't hit any caps. Because I did hit some caps in Heavensward, and that was kind of unsatisfying by the end. And I also need to check whether we can level some of the Disciples of the Hand, right? At least the ones I have already at level 50 and beyond. Maybe get them to 60, so I can then also do a little bit of grinding here in Stormblood and, you know, not lag behind too much on the crafting side. Why am I walking? Folks, say something. Shouldn't be walking. Right. Still with you. Good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we don't have to swim. Oh, and I also, a couple of days ago, I finally restarted playing with my Scholar a little bit. And I did the Gooball, the Great Gooball Library on hard, which is super fun. This is my absolute favorite dungeon in Heavensward. I absolutely love the music, the vibes, the whole theme behind it. I love that it's closely connected to the Disney witch lady in the cave with the brooms. Okay, so we need to kind of be on the lookout here for ether currents. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That exists. Great. I don't see any soldiers. Good. Let's cross. I'm wondering about the tower to the south. Yeah. Good catch, Lyse. Castellum Valentina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it the Great Big Eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in, do they? Come on, we should get moving. She really doesn't like the Empire, does she? She really doesn't like them. Where are we going? Where's... Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. To be fair, that exploration part definitely isn't my favorite part. But I guess we'll have to slowly unlock new parts of the map. Like music. Very serene and quiet. That's a very cool monster design. Oh, come on. No, don't. Ew. Why would you do that? Just because I was looking at you, buddy? That's just... Maybe I shouldn't have been staring, but still, that's just rude, right? That looks like a dungeon, right? That's a dungeon, right? Let's be honest. Okay. Why would you do that? Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Come on, I wasn't built to do damage. Go away. There you go. Schism. That's definitely going to be a dungeon, right? Oh, look at it. This is so creepy. The story doesn't take us there, I'm going to be really disappointed, but I think the chances are slim. Distance fighter bonus applied. Okay, what is that? We want to do a fate, folks. Where is that? Is it up there on the rock? Why would you do that? Under the arms to the south is don't think we can we reach up here? Right? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this exploration thingamajig, right? Running around with a chocobo that can't fly. What is that about? Ow! Okay. There's got to be an ether current somewhere around here. So. East. Okay. Oh, man. Oh man, honestly, non-flying chocobo are the worst. Oh, who's that little buddy? He's a cutie. Look at him. Look at him. He's a cutie. He's got one little eye. Oh. We're not gonna battle. We're not. Now it's... Ah, there it is. One step closer to flying. That looks gruesome. That looks super gruesome. That like a rocket? Looks like there's definitely Empire equipment. Definitely some wrecked Empire war machines. We're here. On the other side of this path is Volga's Reach. So you say, but all I see is rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this? Ishtola's gonna show you. A glamour. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms? Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tartaru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything, okay? I just have a book. I don't even have a weapon. Don't know what you're talking about. And with a sprinkle of demasking dusk. Where are we going? Am I dumb? Enter Volga's Reach. Where are we entering? This is where we're going? Oh, this is, yeah, it's like a, oh. This is like a real city. I thought that was like, Volga's Reach was a little camp, like little Alamigo or something like that, but that's a grown-ass settlement you got there, folks. Look at you.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Rhalga's Reach, a holy place and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
Oh,
They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
that's a cool new armor design. I love it. Pretty cool. Side note, Volga was the primal that the Alamegans worshipped, right? And this is why this is called Volga's Reach, in reference to what Lyse just described as Volga clefting the world apart at this place, right? I like this. I like these outfits. These guys look like daringly rugged. You'll forgive our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That's who we are, and we're going to complete our quest. That's how we do. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Thank you, Conrad. I appreciate that. Now, I know you would not have come this way unless you had something important to discuss. And I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Look at you, cool little new settlement. Look at you. Got a company chest. We've got some vendors. We've got... So this is like an Idleshire sized town. Oh, who are you? Dana. Okay. The Vera have no love for the Imperials. Full glad are we to pledge our blades to the resistance. Okay, Vera. Interesting. Never met you folks before. Can I? Let's just, because if this is like Idleshire, we can just Oh, look. You have purple chocobo. Oh, you've got purple chocobo. You've got my undivided attention. Yeah. Can we get purple chocobo? Because Ishgard had black chocobo. Kind of edgy. Sure, but purple chocobo. Super cool, right? We'd absolutely love ourselves a purple chocobo. So, northeastern Volga Reach and a dungeon. Okay. I really like this armor design with the hats, right? I don't know how they visualize that for Mikote, because Mikote always looks stupid with hats, right? This is the one problem you have. This is why I went for the glasses. But I really love that armor design. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that would look really good on me. With a jacket tied around the waist and then the leather armor. Yep. I could see myself pulling that off, definitely. I also like these tents. This is cool. This is good stuff. I thought we were just gonna dive off into like the eastern reaches and go directly all Japan on that thing, but I really love the visual design of Volga's Reach and the Alamegan resistance.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Lyse, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Okay, we've got some new friends.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Opera nickel turban, okay. Really? Yeah, not too sure about the Orientalisms here though. That's a big no-no for me. So it would seem we will find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around at Volga's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capability. We to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like. Great, let's get started. Yeah, I'm not too comfortable with all the Orientalism, right? That's white people wearing turbans and all that. Not my cup of tea, to be honest. But I really, really like the whole camp's design. I like the armor design. I love the tents. So I think they did a cool thing here. I want to know more about the snake people. This is obviously a faction that we're gonna encounter and probably ally ourselves with. So yeah, I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is that we don't even account for a half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen, well, Beast women I suppose, that, like the one over there, she's an Ananta. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller faction has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. They're no different from the Garleans to them. We're no different from the Garleans to them. Well, one of the... yeah. They keep to themselves, spending all the time crafting. Ananta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Rolga, shall we? We're gonna get a lore drop. Or we can ride up to it. That's kind of cool. Bloodstorm. Okay. I get it. So, tell me all about Bloodstorm, Lyse. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story of stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th astral era, the waters rose higher and higher. People all across Eorzea besieged the heavens for a sign, and lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Gir Abani. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell opens, heavens weep, for no soul doth lie beyond the measures of his reach. That last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Rolga. Okay. Ida explained it to me. A day will come bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this, will see us through in the end. Ah, sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Okay. So we've got some ominous inscription. We've got Volgar, who apparently led his people here. But he's a primal, right? He's basically an icon. So he's like their god, as far as I understand it. I was just wondering, the Alliance factions also have primals, icons, right? Ulda has Titan. I'm not sure about Gridania and Lisa Laminza, but I think they do. Right, so that's not. Yeah, I'll check that out at some point. I'm not 100% sure right now, but this is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. He is where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It is a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. It's a pretty cool place. And I really like the music. I'm just wondering, right? We surely have beast people praying to primals, right? Worshipping primals. And I wasn't sure about the Alliance, the Eorzean Alliance folks. But I guess I'll just have to look it up. I don't remember. When you've seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Well, not quite. This one's an old design dating back decades, when the Fist of Rolga was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the subtlers are next. But don't forget to attune to the Aetheryte before we go. Good thing I already did that. Huh. Definitely a cool design. Cute little delivery Moogle. Hey buddy, how you doing? Here's a Materium Elder. Oh look, there's switch sticks. Arms, armors, potions, you name it, these folks got it. The Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or if you need something repaired, these are the people to talk to. Oh, Alphinaud and Alice are here. Yeah, they're standing right there, Lyse. Why don't we see how they're getting on? I don't want your weird fur-band. Sorry. Honestly, I don't. Okay, masks. Oh boy, that is definitely not for me. That is definitely not for me. Oh, this is a hat that actually fixes the ear problem. Look at that. I want that. Yes. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bolt lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. It is a gamble, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. We finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent somebody to fetch Stola and Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Stola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
There's...
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monago and Mefred will tell you more.
Fair enough.
Understood. We won't let you down.
I love how there's always this point during a quest where every single Scion needs to narrate what they're gonna do so that we know where they're at. Alphinaud is gonna go to the Rising Stones, Istola is gonna go to the Infirmary. Basically everybody just narrates where they're disappearing to so that we don't wonder, which is kind of nice. Knowing not of what they require, our task is as good as the other. Make your choice. Select the head first and foremost. That's important. Your Ath Ether Compass may now be used to locate ether currents in new regions. The Ether Compass can be found under Collection, in the Duty section. Yada yada. Oh, okay, so I can select either one. I think we already know Nago, so we're gonna go with Nago, right? Yeah, let's go with Nago. Come on. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled out all over your floor. Yeah, I remember that. That was definitely something. It was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. And now to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we've discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, that's just what I wanted to hear. Should I also pick up Mefred's quest? What does he want from us? Mefred cannot help but wonder if you remember who he is. Got me at a loss here. It's still hard for me to believe that we'd met again here of all places. Though I reckon you probably won't remember me after all this time. Well, you see... That was a lifetime ago. There's no need to apologize, but know that down in Quarry Mill, we didn't forget about you. Know the lives you've saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gondobolt was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Ulda for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Erebania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Allegan. Alagana, if you're going there, you're taking me with you. That's where you're from, aren't you? There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Fair enough. We can do that. But... oh... so... let's see what's happening here. What is going on? I actually need to be mindful of collecting too many quests and then cluttering my quest log. I always do that and then I regret that later on. To be honest, I still have so many unfinished quests in here. Like all the hard and extreme quests. I haven't finished those, honestly, so yeah. Maybe that's something I need to pick up at some point. Who's Olga Ironheart and what is he doing here? What does he want from me? Sightseeing log. Yeah, kinda, sorta. Haven't been using it that much. What can I say? Oh, Milith is your niece. Okay. And she has told me much and more about you. Kinda weird, but I appreciate it. Olga Ironheart, at your service. I'm an explorer like most of the clan, and my niece bade me share with you such knowledge I have accumulated. Here, lend me your log. Is he just upgrading my sightseeing log? Is that all he's doing? My explorations have taken me far and wide, but dearest to me are the regions of Alamigo, beauteous in their ruggedness, and the lands of the Far East, glorious in their diversity. There are many wondrous sights to be seen in these places, and I've written down the directions to them. Some will prove more difficult to reach than others, but if you're even half as resourceful as Millis says you are, I'm confident that you will find them all. And with that, I shall leave you to resume your adventures. Go forth, my friend, and take in such breathtaking vistas as even my father, the great Roderick Ironheart, could not see in his lifetime. Stormblood entries have been added to my sightseeing log. I must be level 60 or above to record Stormblood vistas. Travel to the location indicated and fulfill the necessary conditions, and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits and the notes provided by Olga to identify these stunning sights and the proper way to appreciate them. And see, Alamigo and the Far East as only the greatest explorers have seen them. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not a quest. No. All right. So let's check out Alice and Nago. And then let's take it from here, right? Where are we going? That's good music. Quiet the arms to the south, so it probably isn't where we're currently going. Don't do that to me, buddy. Don't. Please don't hurt me. Quiet. Hear that? That was a cerulean engine backfiring. You gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you'll learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. White search pattern divided into 2, no, 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Badass. Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones on the south. The armor should be just to the west. Daedalus is best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the east bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Okay, she's badass. She's definitely a badass ranger girl. I love it. There's my destination. Go. Don't do that. Oh shit, buddy. Who hurt you? Oh no. Come here, Flipper. He's such a little cutie. I actually don't want to hurt him. I mean, look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. Look at him. With this pretty little green eye. There we go. There she is. Did you kill your Imperials, Nago? Yeah, looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces, with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those machines can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you, after what happened at the wall. I don't think I know. Well, they look kind of cool. Yeah, but who's wearing capes nowadays, right? That's just... Ah, come on. Let's just select the one for the paladin. Maybe we can use that. How do those look? Ew! That's just... Oh, but look at this. Yeah, this is badass. I love the jacket of aiming. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Right. I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices they're missing patrols. I have an ongoing inventory situation, to be honest. My inventory is an absolute mess. The problem is I don't want to throw away equipment, right? Like armor and stuff like that, because I'm never 100% sure I won't be using it in glamours. And then I end up in situations like these, you know? I really have to clean up my... This is also, by the way, this filibuster's gambeson that I found of aiming. I like that a lot as well. That's a pretty cool design for a machinist or something like that. So I really have to keep them and, well, throw them in the glamour closet, which I always forget to do. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castrum Oriens were under the command of Flame General Raban Aldin, did you not? The Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. The man, the myth. Now, see if there's an ether current that we can quickly pick up. Yeah, there it is. See? Nah, Flame Scout buddy. Sorry. I've got places to be. Things to do. Maybe I'll come back later to you. Save your ass. Why is there an... Oh no, that just looked weird because it was the wind sprite. I thought that was on my map. Oh, Leshy. Okay, there's some striking dummies here. And we've also could have used the etherite, but that's fine.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
Who do you think she is?
Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
Oh, I always forget about Pippin.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from miles around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
All right, buddy. Another weird little Lalafell. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Velodina. Namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitek armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested there, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it, more Magitek weapons? Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering the development and delaying future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Good way to put it. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What do you say, you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with this assessment and fully support this plan. Alrighty. By the way, I just realized the armor piece I have in my inventory that I was just looking at. That's the same one she has. And I don't remember where I picked this up. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance. Yes, I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. I'm not sure I'm allowed to sit this one out, honestly. We're gonna get an inventory problem here. So honestly, I don't know where I picked this one up. I really don't know, but that's technically the same armor piece that she's wearing, right? So let's see what else we have. We have a custom-made cuirass. We can... Then we have here plundered cuirass. We can desynthesize that. Then we've got. What else we get? Let's see. Yeah, I've got these prototype Alexandrian jackets, but honestly, I mean, who's gonna wear that? Look at that. That's just. That's not my style, right? I have another Chilean Preceptor's coat. I think this is the third one now. Second. I mean, the point is, it's not going to solve the inventory problem if I just desynthesize everything and create a mess in my inventory. But anyway. This is actually not solving the problem. I love it. This is great. And this buddy doesn't have any place in the inventory as well. Anyway, let's pick up the quest from Raban and then maybe get rid of some of that stuff. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. Okay. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the look I see, it's already a foregone conclusion. My thanks. We need to turn to East End into an Imperial graveyard. Jeez Louise. Okay. You're asking me to slaughter some folks. Is that what you're doing? Man. Well, I guess I don't have a choice, right? Let's go kill some folks. You know what? Let me just quickly check something. Let's quickly jump to... there's another quest there. I assume that's one we need to take for one of the ether currents, but we'll have a look at it right away. That's a company chest. Summoning bell right here. Look at that. Problem is, I have to sift through this equipment and decide what it is I want to keep and not, right? I've never done that because I'm a hoarder. There. That's a little bit better, right? There we go. Okay, that's up. That looks a bit better, right? Lovely. Thanks a lot, buddy. You're saving my life. And back to the quest we go. I've recently gone back to playing Scholar, which is the class I started playing with, and actually the class I like the most, just from the flavor and the design and the way it's been played. But then I leveled White Mage, and it felt a bit like playing healer on easy mode compared to Scholar, because the heals are so immediate, right? You have so many big immediate heals. The only thing you actually need to factor in and take care of are are your MP basically. That's a problem I never have with Scholar, almost never, right? While White Mage kind of burns through his MP. The problem I have with the Scholar is I sometimes can't keep up with the big pulls because I need to preemptively put heals onto the tank in the form of shields, right? And if I don't do that, then he drops too fast and I can't produce big heals like the White Mage to just mitigate for bad planning, right? Which is something that's super easy for the White Mage. You just throw out a big heal and mitigate for a situation that you didn't see coming, right? While me, I gotta actually figure out what the hell I'm doing. Also, I completely forgot my button layout. That's a different problem. So what I was trying to say is actually I'm trying to get used to Scholar again because I feel like picking up White Mage on short notice might be a little bit easier, and I think I prefer playing Scholar. But I've been playing White Mage a lot now at the end of Heavensward, and I did all the duties with the White Mage, so it really felt kind of awkward getting back into. I'm not sure I should be walking down that river, but anyway, here I am. Let's see how that works out. Ooh, he's got the helmet. All went to plan. Yeah, I kicked their ass. Hey, kitty. We have a cat situation. Oh, sweetie. Come on. Oh, we meet again.
Looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces.
There's somebody whose ass I like to kick again.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
I love that hammer. That hammer is so cool. I want to have that hammer. That's a badass hammer. But you know who else is badass?
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
I love the fact that you received a voiceover, buddy. I'm super happy for you. So you're giving major NPC vibes, but I still gotta kick their ass. I'm sorry. I am, in fact, sorry. Let's go.
Get after them, damn you!
bad at damage dealing. This is one thing I really hate about healers. They're really bad in those single player duties, these solo duties. It feels like such a pain to deal some big numbers. Anyway, let's go. Jeez Louise. Oh, there's some slashers here. Nice. Come on. That's something we can easily deal with. Do I need to heal anybody? Feel like they need healing? Jesus Christ. This seems to take forever. Okay, so let's get on the prototype, right? Not sure we should be attacking anything else then. Give me a second here. I think I at least want to kill that one guy. Come on. I think we just need to attack that prototype next. Come on. Here you go, buddy. Let's deal you some damage. Come on. I also always, I still forget chain stratagem. This is a buff I should actually be employing, but anyway. Oh no, he's up to something. What's the Magitech turret? Shit. There we go. That again, come on. Well, just keep him here, right? We're gonna be fine. What an onslaught. God. Come on. That turret again. Jeez, how many hit points can a guy have? What is going on here? Finally. There you go. Reinforcements. Finally. You guys don't look so good, honestly. My secret weapon, no! Sorry, shouldn't make fun of him, but he's kind of cute when he's angry.
Oh, damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
Seriously, man? Yeah?
You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Sure, buddy. Keep telling yourself that. Love myself a good recurring NPC, right?
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to El Amigo. Yeah! Yeah!
Kicked some serious ass, I'd say. Definitely a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Al Amigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credits where it's due, Master Kemp. It was Marshal Tarupin who made his plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. That they did. Not a single casualty, for which I'm grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. Oh, she did the... It's been a pleasure, Jim. Until the next battle. Monago, I leave the Scions in your care. once more you have my thanks. Until the next battle. I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that. I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Gladiator's arm, Marauder's arm, Dark Knight's arm. Let's take a quick tongue. Knuckles Trident. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. Well, honestly, to the Reach we can just teleport, right? There's no reason not to. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you without hesitation. And for that, we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemon's newest weapons and smashed them. The people will remember this day. That they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our criminous past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander, which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Okay, girl. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's good stuff. So, almost 9 p.m., but I think we can have one more quest before we're off to bed, right? So let's see what Mifrid wants from us. I mean, the tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Please clear the barricade if you would. There's more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. So I assume that's a different zone. Okay.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Okay. We have a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Girabanian Hornbill, okay. Buddy, what happened to your beak? Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Okay, Chapuli. Like a little grasshopper thingy, right? Yeah. Nice. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Ah, sorry, that has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do, but as I said back in the Reach, it's a little more complicated than that. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. And as for why we came, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, there may be suspicious of outsiders. And rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Mefred would like to introduce you to the village elder. Stuff. Ragenfried, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. So let me just quickly attune to that aetherite just in case, you know. Oh, this quest is called Prodigal Daughter. Okay, that's... Who could that mean? Who could be the Prodigal Daughter returning? Let's talk to the village elder to find out, right? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met. Sincerest apologies that I did not send words ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Oh, you're comrades of Mefred. I see, I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more, such is the rumor. Is it true? You lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes, and now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they've left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? Surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our God, and they demand a fifth what little we've got left. Hey, I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefred. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go now. Leave us be and never return. Okay. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half of our young men and women went off to die on your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. Okay, because it is my village too. What the hell are you on about? You're one of Curtis's girls. Lyse hexed, and I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. I didn't even know you were still alive, and I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, you've got no right to tell you to leave, as Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say it to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. All right. Ah, interesting. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll need to first regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villages directly, see what problems they've got, and see if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. All right, folks. So, I think we're going to call it a night for today. That's been roughly 2 hours. I think that's fine for a Thursday night. I think we've done well. There was a lot of dialogue. Honestly, I'm a bit hesitant to decide whether that's interesting or not. Like just playing the MSQ, I mean, we could do some duties, we could do some leveling, which would be definitely less dialogue, but also less story. So I'm a little bit on the fence about that, and I still haven't decided. But anyway, if you have any opinions on that, just let me know. In any case, let's call it a night for today. I think that was pretty good fun. To be fair enough, I quite like what I'm seeing so far of this expansion. I like the visual design of Alamigo a lot. I'm intrigued about the Beastmen. I can see so far the Snake Women. That's kind of interesting. I've never done enough with the Beastman quests so far, so maybe that's something I should be doing a little bit more. I've been focusing a lot on just doing the MSQ and a little bit of crafting, and that was mostly it. But yeah, maybe that's something I'll dip into. So going forward from here, we'll definitely continue playing, but next week is starting of April 4th, South of Midnight is going to be released. This is a game I'm definitely going to look into. Still not sure whether I'm going to do it on stream or not. It's releasing exclusively for Xbox and Microsoft. So I definitely won't be getting it on PlayStation, probably get it for PC. Might check if it's on Game Pass and then have a sneak peek. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know. And then by the end of April, we have Clair Obscure 33. That's what it's called, releasing, which is a single-player JRPG-inspired French role-playing game that I'm definitely going to be picking up and looking into. So that's something that might be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But apart from that, I still want to continue some Final Fantasy XIV. I still want to continue looking into the story. maybe leveling the paladin a little bit. Let's see how that goes. And then maybe doing some more of the duties and raids. But we'll find that out. In any case, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Give me a like if you want. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'd be very happy to see you back here next week. So take care, have a good evening, and see you next time around. Bye-bye.